Okay, so today I want to tell you guys the 4 things that I have stopped doing as a wellness coach, as a body confidence coach, that I refuse to do them. As a women's body confidence coach, I stand for balanced, happy lifestyle. Okay, balanced, happy lifestyle. I do not stand for, like doing extreme diets or doing like extreme six-pack workouts and things like that to get that ideal dream body in order to feel good. Right? I used to do that in the past, and some of you who know my story really well, I used to do that, but that is not how I do the practice anymore. Because when you are only focusing on the diet and the exercise, what you achieve for your body is only a short-term goal. Right. And of course, you can't deny, I can't deny that, there are some health benefits that come with it. But mentally, right, like for your mental well-being, it is actually not really doing much, right? Like mentally, a lot of times when we're throwing ourselves into different diets or different exercise, mentally, we're still thinking that, if we don't get that body, if we don't lean up, we're not worthy. Right? So I'm here to break that cycle, and I'm here to actually really be a bold stand for all of you girls and be a bold stand for what's been working with my system of body confidence building and what's been working for my students, right? So it is not like some kind of like diet and workout program that can resolve the issues. It is really a holistic self and lifestyle management. Okay, so today I want to tell you guys the 4 things that I have stopped doing as a wellness coach, as a body confidence coach, that I refuse to do them. Like if I find myself doing that here and there, and then I'll actually be very mindful, and then I'll actually go back and apologize to that student or to whoever that I say that to, because these 4 practices don't align with my values and my philosophy anymore. Okay, so the 4 things that I have stopped doing as a wellness coach are, okay, giving weight loss compliments, okay, making food or exercise as a moral issue, and also promoting before and after photos. Okay, this is the big one, right? And the 4th thing is actually stop focusing on like calorie restrictions or any sort of like very extreme sort of behaviors, which will only lead to a short-term change. Okay, so these are the 4 things that I used to do as a weight loss coach, right? So I come from a health and fitness weight loss coaching background, and then I noticed that there are just so many issues related to like coaching people in weight loss and only focusing on like the result of getting to a certain body result, right? A body shape, right? Now I'm not discrediting like the people out there, the coaches out there that are doing that. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of friends in the industry who are still practicing that. But for me personally, I can see that there are a lot of problems, stem from the whole journey of, working on the body and, changing the diet. And even just talking about diet itself, diet, the word can be quite a triggering word already for a lot of us here, right? So not to mention that a lot of us have actually had our own struggle with food and had like unhealthy relationship with food before, right? So I'm just gonna tell you guys why I stopped giving why I stopped doing these 4 practices, which I know a lot of people still do that, especially in the health and fitness industry, right? And so firstly, I don't give weight loss related compliments, because if I do that, then I will know that I am only here contributing more to the diet culture, which can be quite toxic, in most cases. And if I say to someone that, hey, you've lost weight, you look great, then in that person's mind, she would think that, oh, I'm only looking good when I'm slimmer. Right? So like this will only contribute to the fact that, more and more people are misled to think that I'm only worthy, I'm only good enough, I'm only pretty enough, Instagrammable enough if I'm lean, if I'm, skinnier, right? So I refuse to give weight loss related compliments. However, like some of my students, they, because their goal is to, manage the weight in a healthy way due to health issues and that, right? So when they have dropped the weight, I actually give them encouragement. Okay, encouragement meaning that, while I give them an encouragement, I also look at everything else that have changed along with the weight drop. because the simple weight drop doesn't really tell the whole story, right? So very often I will investigate, okay, what else has changed? Okay, now your weight is decreased. Have you been sleeping better, right? And have you been gaining more energy? Are you able to focus more? Are you able to control, not controlling, what's the word? Are you able to manage your daily like food intake? Like, are you able to have a balanced, nutrition intake? Like, how are you feeling with all these things, right? And how are you enjoying this journey at all? Right? So I don't want anyone come to me and say that, I've lost weight, but I'm so miserable. Then we are not really on this journey properly. Right? So that is when I tell people, you know what, you shouldn't be losing weight. And it's either that or it's we have to really assess what is the method that you are taking, right? That makes you so miserable, and why are you doing this, right? So we have to go deep. So firstly, I stopped giving weight loss related compliments because they only lead to more people believing that, you are only worthy if you're slimmer and if you're skinnier. Okay, secondly, I don't make food and exercise a moral issue. Okay, I used to, well, like indirectly, I used to make my students think that, if you don't do the exercise I give you, if you don't come to my workout class, if you don't follow the meal plan, then, oh God, you're a loser, right? Well, I didn't really make them think like that, but I think it was just my way of coaching that made them, or indirectly made the students feel guilty, make them feel guilty. They feel like they're bad students if they don't practice certain, like, diet regimen, or if they don't, follow the exercise plan, right? But now here is something I want to tell you guys. If you always attach judgment to your choices, whether if it's your food choice or your exercise choice or whatever lifestyle choice, then you will always feel like not good enough. You will always feel like, you know what, until I can perfectly follow the meal plan, until I can perfectly follow the diet plan, the workout plan, then I'm a good person, right? So this is actually a very unhealthy way for anyone, especially women, to operate, because you will always be operating with guilt, with shame, right? And if you missed, a salad or something, whatever, right? Then you feel like guilty, you feel ashamed. And if you miss your workout, then you feel like, oh my God, I'm a bad person, I ate ice cream instead, right? Like, I'm here to stop that cycle for everybody, because making your lifestyle choices, making your food choice and whatever activity choices has nothing to do with who you are as a person, right? So we should stop attaching moral, stop attaching judgment, especially self-judgment, to our choices. Okay, so we'll make mistakes. If we make mistakes, if we miss something, if we don't follow something, then we have to like go back and go, you know what, I am going to, if I promise myself to do this, then like, let me see, how can I, pick it up tomorrow, right? And if we always make the mistakes, for example, if we're not consistent with certain new changes that we're supposed to do, then we have to go back to the foundation of practicing consistency, okay, instead of actually attaching the judgment to your behavior. So this is something that I want to mention here, right? So hi Ara, okay, it's good to see Ara here. So good to see you. I miss you a lot. Right, I know today's a bit of a serious talk here. Okay, and then the next one is I stopped promoting before and after images. Right, so what I used to do as a weight loss coach is I will always pull out my students, before after photos, like, this is how much weight that she or he have lost, and look, before this person was chubby and after this person looks like, half of her old weight, using that kind of visual to promote that, oh, this person is like, oh my God, amazing, right? And I realized that having those visuals will actually be very damaging. It's actually very mentally stressful, and it's very mentally damaging for a lot of people. Like for the people that are actually doing it, like, promoting their own photos, and also it's very stressful and triggering for the people that are seeing the photos. Like some of you may be telling me that, but they're encouraging, like I found a lot of these photos very inspiring. Yes, maybe to a certain degree, when you see other people's transformation photos, it could be quite encouraging. But what are we promoting here? Okay, right. So at least here, in this community, in my coaching, I do not promote, putting values into, especially like compliments into the after, because a lot of times people will be like appreciating the person after a lot more than the before. Like, oh, look, before you were miserable, you were not worthy, you were blah, 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 you were rubbish, but now you're like a princess, you're like gorgeous, right? So this is where my question comes in. If there's no before you, if the before you did not bother putting the effort and did not want to make a health change, a positive change to yourself, where is the after you, right? So we shouldn't discredit like the before you and think that, oh my God, I was miserable, I was whatever. My body was like not worthy. And now I'm so worthy. Now I'm so confident. Now I get a relationship, I get a job and all that, right? All because I changed my body. Right? So this is similar to the fact that I stopped giving weight loss related compliments. It's very similar because when we are complimenting people's after, we're only putting the focus and the value on like the body change, right? Because we don't know. If you're looking at the photos, we don't know what goes behind the scenes. We don't know how much hard work, what kind of emotional ups and downs or other sacrifices this person has to put into her or his journey in order to achieve this body. Right? Like obviously I'm not discrediting all the people that have, got the before after bodies and things like that. I have a ton of students who have gotten really amazing health transformation along with the body transformation as a result of their consistent and diligent, healthy lifestyle transformation and holistic practice. But also at the same time, when people are feeling better, when you got a better health and when your energy levels better, right? When your health, I always emphasize on health, not body. When your health has gotten so much better, you automatically become a more positive person. Your mood is different too. So I want everyone to really kind of like focus on the holistic change rather than just the body change and we're moving away from the social media or the societal standard of you're only worthy whatever your body looks like, right? So this is why I'm dropping the practice of promoting before and after photo, because I don't want the focus, the change to be on purely just the body image. Like I don't want it to be on the body image driven goal, right? So it doesn't matter how encouraging it is, because if you're only inspired by visual, then your transformation is only staying on the surface level, right? You're not digging deep into why do you want to change? And also you're not digging deep into your inside internal transformation. Here we're talking about confidence. We're talking about confidence for your body and yourself. And the confidence for your body doesn't come from just what your abs look like, your flat tummy, or what your thigh gaps and that. It doesn't come from that actually. If you think that your body confidence comes from your physical, then that doesn't last long. Okay, I can assure that you may still have some kind of fear and some kind of insecurity one way or another, right? So we're talking about holistic body confidence, that you feel truly confident inside out, and it has nothing to do with what your body shape, what your body looks like. Okay, so lastly, I stopped focusing on food and calorie restrictions. Okay, so I know that in the industry, like in the health and fitness industry, we always talk about like calculating your calories and eating at a calorie deficit so that, the energy plus, energy minus, right? You will lose weight. Scientifically speaking, that is true. If you burn more calories than the calories you eat, right, you lose weight. Okay, but the thing is, it's not just that simple, right? As women, our bodies are so much more complicated than just simply cutting out the calories, right? We have our hormones that we have to deal with, right? And also as women, we have a complicated relationship with food, with a lot of things, and with stress, right? So there's so many other issues that we have to deal with. So when it comes to, making a healthy wellness transformation for yourself, whilst trying to become confident, we cannot just simply focus on, calorie restrictions or food restrictions. And those of you who are my students, you know that I'm a big person on building sustainable habits, sustainable healthy lifestyle, that you don't feel guilty when you go out, have a party, celebrate, right? And you can still enjoy your life and enjoying having a different lifestyle that is sustainable, right? I'm here not to give you a quick fix. I'm here not to give you, like, I don't know, a 10-day, 21-day detox. I'm here to teach you how to actually have the sustainable habit, how to have the foundational skills that you need to fuel your body, to nourish your body, to create that balance, to create the strength and the confidence for the long term. Right? So even like one day, if you're not around, I mean, if you're not with me, or if you're not learning from me, getting coaching from me, you're still able to actually keep that going, right? So this is something that I want to mention. So I hope those of you who are tuning live, like my dear friend Ara here, really miss you a lot. And those of you who are watching this like on replay later, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, a big thank you to all of you for being in this community. And I know that, it's been a little bit quiet, or I've been a little bit quiet, but I'm back, and I do want to show up for all of you. And I do want to be the ball stand for women's body confidence from a holistic balance and happy perspective, right? Not from the perspective of how much workout you need to do, how much you need to cut how much you need to restrict your diet and things like that. I've had enough of it, and I can see that there's been enough damage done to women out there. So the words that I say here today may sound harsh, may sound something like that's conflicting with your belief or whatever your practice is. I have no problem with that. Like, I respect everything that everybody does here. And, if you found that, what my philosophy is and what I'm promoting here does not align with, what you're looking for, no problems. This may not be the group for you. But if you do like what I'm, promoting, and my philosophies and my coaching, then, I'm more than happy to share more and have more conversations with all of you here. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for being here today, and welcome to the community if you're new here. And I also send out newsletters and tips to everybody once a week. So if you do want to be on the newsletter that you get, like weekly updates from me, just be sure to sign up for the newsletter. I'll drop the link in the caption. And also you can grab your free copy of the Body Confidence No BS to Body Confidence Guide from the what do you call it, the post on the top, right? So I give it to all of you for free as a gift, right? So thank you so much for being here, everybody, and I'll be back again next Wednesday.